Hello kids, the learning outcome of today's poem is to recite it, use new words in sentences and to comprehend the poem. So let's start with our poem. Its name is Why. I know a curious little boy who is always asking why. Why this? Why that? Why then? Why now? Why not? Why by the by? He wants to know why wood should swim, why lead and marble sink, why sun should shine and wind should blow, and why we eat and drink. He wants to know what makes the clouds and why they cross the sky. Why sings the sun behind the hills? And why the flowers die? Some of these whys are not too hard to answer if you'll try. Others no one ever yet has found the reason why. Okay, now before the explanation of the poem, let me tell you the word meanings. The first word is curious. The meaning of curious is eager to know something. The sentence you can make is, I am very curious to know about the planets. The second word is lead. We can also pronounce it as lead, but here the word which we use in the poem is lead, and the meaning of lead is, it is a chemical element which is very heavy. The sentence can be, lead can sink in water because it is very heavy. Now the next word is sink. The meaning, to go down below the surface of the water. The sentence, the rock sinks in the water. And the last word we come across is reason. Now the meaning of reason is a cause. The sentence could be, Rahul gave his reason for coming late. Now you know the meanings of all the words. Now let's see the explanation of the poem. Now in the first stanza, it's about a curious little boy. As you know, the curious meaning we have said eager to know something. So the boy is always eager of asking questions. Why is this happening? Why is that happening? Why is it happening now? Why is it happening then? All those questions always running upon his head. The second stanza, he's asking a question like, why should the wood swim? Why is the wood not sinking in the water? And he's asking, why is lead and marble sinking? Why is wood not sinking? He's very curious. And then he asks, why is the sun shining? Why is the wind blowing? And also why we are eating and drinking also he wants to know. Okay, so he's a very observational type of a child. Now then he asks, what makes the clouds? How are the clouds forming and why are they crossing the sky? Then he's asking, why is the sink hiding behind the hills and why are the flowers dying? So he's seeing very beautiful flowers and he's saying that why are these flowers dying? Why can't they stay alive for the rest of their life? Okay, now on the last stanza, there are some questions are not too hard to answer if we try. So children, if we try to get the answers, we may get the answers. But there are some questions in which we never try to find out the answer because we just feel that it is that way. So we don't even try to find out the answer. We have no reason to find out the answer. So we just consider it, yeah, that's the question. So that's the question itself. We don't try to find out the answer. So the boy over here is a very curious boy. His observation skills are very, very high. Now children, so the moral of the poem is, we should always keep questioning things and try to learn new things to enhance our knowledge. It motivates us to learn and keep us learning throughout our lives. Okay children, so I gave a short quiz for you this time. 3 questions only. Okay, the first question is, what sign we use after a question? The options are given there. The second question, why do we eat and drink? These are 3 options. The third question, what makes clouds? Find out the answer and tell it to your English teacher in the English class. So thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.